little bit of a scuffed start. Oopsie daisy, but it's all good. It's all good. And hello, and welcome to the stream. Welcome, guys. I'm probably gonna have to turn something down. So, welcome, guys. I have been good. I have gotten a new computer. I have gotten, and it's really good. But you know what did happen? My mic died. My microphone died so much. It died so hard, guys. I've been trying to get it fixed, but it died. It died. So, the current microphone is one that I bought today on my way home from work for pretty cheap. So it is not the greatest. I tried to do some stuff in the setting, but it doesn't even have a stereo option. It is only a mono option. So, hopefully next week we have a better microphone. But hey, welcome! So today what we're going to be doing, in case you can't tell through the bad mic quality. Oh, you got ads. I'm sorry. But besides my audio quality, you might notice I'm a bit sniffly. I'm a bit snuffly. I am. Pollen is not doing good with me. Pollen is not agreeing with me. So I'm sniffly. I'm snuffly. I really want to play Minecraft since I didn't last week. So we're gonna do something really simple. I'm going to be fishing. Today is a fishing stream. And I'm going to be trying to get a god rod with all the enchantments. But here's another thing we're going to be doing. We're going to be gambling with channel points. That's right. We're going to be gambling on what I catch in like certain amounts of time. But let's go ahead and get into the world. We're going to be gambling. If you remember where we left off last time, you'll know that that's not where I'm standing currently. I didn't have any fishing rods, so I went back to the scary Badlands biome that we found that one time and carefully walked around. Did I get my boat? I did get my boat. Carefully walked around until I could get enough string. Oh, you're fine. We're just getting started. But yeah, carefully walked until I could get enough string to make, fishing rods. Hopefully I got enough. It's entirely possible I did not, and then we will run out of string and that'll be it. Oh no, not the ad! I'm so sorry! You got attacked with the ad. But yeah, so we are going to be fishing today, and we're going to be gambling on what I catch. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Hollow Banana. I don't know if you could hear me. Hold on, let me see. Do I have any signs? I have signs in the house. Hello. Yes, fantastic. But yeah, mic quality is not great today. Hopefully next week we'll have something better. But let us go and make some fishing rods and some chests, because we are going to be gambling. Gambling with channel points. Okay. I've never done this before. Let's see. Why did I go in here? Right. We need to make this. And we need to make sticks. And I do not know if I remember how to make a fishing rod recipe, but it's fine. I think it is this. Oh, I need to turn these into string first. Right now they're just cobwebs. Boop, boop, boop. It's not what I needed. Boop, boop. Boop. Ah. I ruined a perfectly good path. It's fine. Give me string. I need string. Wish I had attended a few more streams. I only have 3.9k channel points. Well, you're good. I'm gonna do, you can start out low, because I'm sure that I don't have a ton of people with like a crazy amount of channel points. I have infinite amount of channel points. So I don't have a good idea of what people have. But you could always just do one or two. We're gonna do multiples. And that just reminded me that I have not updated the YouTube in a while. Note to self, do that tomorrow. I have been busy, guys. I got my new computer, which I'm super happy about. I haven't done too much with it yet, stream-wise. But I did forget to put all of my OBS settings over, so I had to completely do them all over again. And when I was about to stream yesterday, what happened, or not yesterday, last week when I was about to stream, what happened is I had accidentally clicked something with my mods folder and it was all over the place. It was just, oof. It was really bad. And it took me forever to figure out what the heck I even did. And then when I did figure it out, I'm like, oh, well, this could have been completely avoided, but it's fine. We just got a little bit of a break week. It's fine. We're just making as many fishing rods as possible. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to do that because we have this. If we get a good fishing rod, we can just merge them. Okay. And then I wanted to make... I need more than that. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to make some chests. Because what we're going to do is we're going to be gambling. Didn't mean to do that. On what I catch. Right? That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to have 2 different chests for what I catch. So let's go to the end of our nice little pier. Got a little... We're already in a fishing village. We got an idyllic little village behind us. So I'm thinking we're going to start off pretty simple with the first gambling, okay? And the gamble is going to be, since it's like, yeah, we'll do something very simple. So we're going to do, on the gamble, hold on a second, I gotta get out to this. It's just going to be which I catch more of. Fish or everything else. That's what it's going to be. That's going to be a very simple one. Now, where is it? Manage predictions. So, what will Len catch? So we got fish and not fish. What will I catch? Actually, you know what? Let's just do the first. We're going to do the first cast. That's what we're going to be. I'll put it up for... What is it? 30 seconds is the lowest? Okay. So we're going to start this. What is the first thing that I'm going to catch? Is it going to be a fish? Or is it going to be a not fish? Okay. And got it. Let's see how this works. Prediction started. Wait for you guys to get it put in while I hold on. What's going to be first? Is it going to be a fish or is it going to be a not fish? We're going to wait for those to come in. Fish or not fish? Ooh, we got 10. Looks like 10 on fish. I'll just wait for the 30 seconds to pass. Fish or not. You know, it'd be really funny. And like everyone watches Hermitcraft, right? We all see Hermitcraft. We know that Grian suffered. We know. We watched him suffer and we laughed. We laughed. Okay. We watched him suffer and we laughed. But it would be really funny if the first thing I got was a mending book. Trying to see if I've never run any predictions, so I'm trying to see if it tells me exactly. I'm in proximity of Hermitcraft enough to maintain awareness. That's enough. That's enough. Are all the predictions in? I cannot tell on my end. We are learning. Okay, 100% of the people say it is a fish. Okay. It would be so funny. Okay, I can't see. I know nothing. Okay, here we go. We are fishing. Will it be a fish or will it be a not fish? And there's a dolphin right there. That does not count. Nice little... Okay, the music's a little too hype. You were the only predictor. That's going to make it really funny if you get it wrong. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It was a fish! The answer was, of course, fish. I mean, when you look at the statistics, that's the most likely outcome, honestly, is fish. Okay, so we're gonna put a fish in here. Oop. So fish wins. Woo! Yes, fish wins. Choose outcome. What one? Fish won. Oop. Well done, well done. You won. Here we go. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, because we are just going to continue fishing, and I'm going to actually be able to talk about other things, is I think what we'll do is until the bow breaks, will I get in it? No, we'll do that for later. What we're gonna do is until the bow breaks, what do I get more of? Fish or no fish? So, and again, this is easy because if you look at the stats, it's gonna be fish. But that's it. Fish. No fish. Not fish. And I'm gonna we'll put a minute on this. Go ahead and start the fiction. And now I can actually talk about stuff and just fish. Let's go. Good old days. You know, I've never actually been, here's the thing. I've never been really fishing in real life. What I have been is, when I was a kid, it was really common for some of my relatives to host their children's birthday party at this horse pond. And the main thing with the horse pond was you would pay the people and they would basically put you on a horse and they'd walk you around. And that was the main thing, was you would have like a picnic with cake and then you would go to the horse pond, right? And so Nautilus is not a fish. And so there was a pond there. And someone, I don't know who got the idea to bring fishing poles, but we brought fishing poles and we brought bait. And everyone was fishing. But yeah, the second thing I got was the Nautilus. But this little pond, it couldn't have been 25 feet wide, and so it's like, I don't know what we were expecting to catch. So a lot of us, though, had never been fishing, and we're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna try this out. And we spent hours, it felt like, at this place fishing, and the only person that caught a fish was my sister. And when I tell you, I'm pretty sure that this fish was put in there from like an aquarium. No, it is not you. I think it is me. Maybe. I think it's me. It shouldn't be me. But it is me. I don't know why. Man, when you live out in the sticks, you get some funny internet issues. But yes, I'm pretty sure that this fish must have been dumped there from like their exotic aquarium, because it looks like a little yellow looking angelfish. And I'm like, at the time we were so excited that this tiny fish that was probably not as long as our finger, that we caught it, because, oh, went too early. Like we were so excited that this tiny little fish, that we caught it. But this sad little thing probably died. We tried to put it back, but this sad thing, my goodness, what is going on with my bit rate? Merde et sous merde. Why does this happen? Why does this happen to me? How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. I can sing because it's not streaming. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Do, do, do. Let's go. Do, do, do. Pick it up. Do, do, do. Network issue. 1 sec. Boop. Network issue. Bop, 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 bop. Network issue. Bop, 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 bop. I know I can't change this. Probably while I'm doing this. Okay. Bit rate. And the output. Can I drop this to 2000? Can I do that? Will that help me out here? Why is this doing this right now? Output. Okay, is that this? Keyframe. Okay, setting all my settings are my settings good? Are we back? Nope. Yes? Maybe? Alrighty then. Let me check to see if it's back on my phone. Because my phone says it's not back. Oh, no, there I am. Hi. Hello. I don't know if I fixed that or not. Anyways. Fishing. And maybe hopefully that's the one little blip. I'm not sure what it is with our internet. We have decently fast internet. But there's always, not always, occasionally we'll have these little blips where it's like the whole internet just like stops. Like now. Bruh. And I can't figure out why it does it. I just know it does it. And so, let's see. Stream settings. But we will deal with it. We will deal with it. I actually had an interest, like I had this whole thing that I did, because where my room is, merde is sumerd, and I am going to murder something. Something is going to die. A billionaire somewhere is going to go kaputti. Because they are doing advertisements and probably slowing me down. How dare they? How dare they? Okay. So we got fish in here. Boop. We should really probably clean this out. This can go away. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, good enough. Okay. Nowhere near on this one. I just wanted to chill. Like, come on, internet. I just want to chill. Okay, we got fish. We got fish. So, yep. I've never technically been fishing and also caught a fish in real life. My sister just caught the tiniest little fishy whenever we went to a place that wasn't made for fishing. And it took hours, and she was the only person to do that. Boop. Not fish. Fish. Boop. current sub goal is that. That is in fact what it is. What the current sub goal is 15, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. So it's all good. So I don't have to worry about drunk speedrunning. Haha, I don't have to research that. Yes. Also, if I were to, I kind of want to become a supervillain right now, just because there's one plant. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is, but it is blooming so much right now. And it's blooming so much that my nose is constantly stuffy. Like, constant stuffiness. Like, it's honestly impressive how stuffy. Like, I don't know where I'm going with that. So, like, if you hear me and you're like, oh, she sounds so weird, that's why. That's why. The pollen, it's coming for me. It hates me. It wants me to die specifically. This is all an act of spite. But, you know, it'll be all good. Because from now on, I will totally, appreciate the not having a stuffy nose. Maybe if I don't look at my stream settings, it won't lag. Ooh. We got a book. This and this and this. Don't know if anyone saw that, but we got an enchantment book. Not mending, though. So, one of the... I really want to update one of my fics this upcoming week. Or this weekend. Because I've been feeling like writing more. So... But I can't decide because there's two I really want to write for right now. Oh. Just a normal fishing rod. There's two that I really want to write for right now. 3 L's. That's 1 L for every one of my losses. Small streaming has 3 L's. I have no idea why I did that, but I will look at figure that out. But yeah, part of me really wants to write for my baby, my love, my first child, the favorite child, which is To Be Truly Free. But I just updated it, so I'm a little bit torn on that, because I have not updated Death Shall Come, and those chapters are so short that I feel so guilty just leaving it as 1,000 one chapter at 1,000. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I actually had more written. Oh, that was a book. What did I get? Piercing and Sharpness. Not too bad. I was actually a bit nervous about the new one. So I'm glad it turned out okay. Yes! And I need to show more love to Death Shall Come. Because that one, man, that one has so many vibes that I love. But it's always daunting from doing the CSS on it. It can be, not frustrating. It's just time consuming anytime I have to do the language barrier stuff. Which, it turns out really cool. I want that. That's not going away anytime soon. But it's like, it's just so interesting because even though it's like absolutely the shortest chapters of anything I write, it is, it takes almost as long. It's so cool though. I'm so glad I ran across that tutorial on Tumblr because I was like, I immediately knew what I wanted to do. Read it with a translation the first time. That's such a cool way to do it. Like, honestly, that's such a cool way to do it. Because it does sort of give you the idea of the miscommunication for it. Like, because one party here does not understand it. Yes. Yes. Exactly. And that's what I like. I mean, that's what I try to do when I'm writing it. Is because obviously I know what's going to be said, but I like block out the part that shouldn't be understood, and see if the person's reactions match it. So, but I'm super excited for the next 2 chapters, which I could give a little spoiler for that. It's not a big deal. I mean, by the end of the last one, you know that they're going to eat food. So yes, they are going to go eat. And then Techno is going to get a bath. And it's going to be very much scrubbing your dog that went out and rolled around in the mud. I'm super excited for that one. Because it is going to be so... Oh, it's going to be so silly. It's going to be so silly. I'm more excited for that than the eating food one. The plan I have for it is just so incredibly silly. He's taking care of his favorite bro. And it's like, have you ever had to bathe a chihuahua? They think that they're dying. They think it's the end of the world. That's the whole vibe I'm going for. To be fair, one of them's supposed to be scared. Oh. But hopefully by the end of this stream, I get a God Rod. That is what I really want. So I can just sit and fish. Oh, so right before this stream, I was going to get all the string for the stuff, and I was like wandering around the Badlands getting the string, and I was so worried that I was gonna get jump scared by like a spider. I was being so cautious, I was being like dead quiet. And then I found the spider spawner, and I just like stared at it for a good 2 seconds before I realized, oh, I should put a torch on that before the sun goes down. And I did, but it was just like, I just stared at it. Let's see, this goes here. I need to probably organize this before I do the next one. Just so I don't get mixed up on what I've caught. Just gonna be stuff on the top row. Yeah, just stared at the dumb little spawner for like way too long before I was like, just like deer in headlights. My nose is so itchy. This morning, was it this morning? I woke up and I was looking on Tumblr. No, it was yesterday, I think. I woke up and I was on Tumblr and I was like looking at the trending tag because we just had the Dannypocalypse. And it's still trending a couple of days later, which I'm going to attribute to it being the 20th, more people talking about it. And then just randomly on number 8, trending was Technoblade. And I mean, totally, that's also always trending with me. But I was looking through the tag and I could not figure out why he was trending. And then I finally figured out it was because this one person had a dream that they kissed a girl. And then Techno said Pog. And that one post got enough interactions that it made the Technoblade tag trend. Just that one post. Yeah, I saw that too. See, I saw that when it first got posted because I'm chronically in that tag. Just reading. Like, and looking at different things. And I saw it originally, and I think I might have reblocked it. I can't remember that. But then someone else added something to it, I think, and I didn't see that part. But it's so funny that alone got it trending. But yeah, the Dannypocalypse was this past week. That was a ton of fun. I love doing that every year. I hit the daily post limit at like noon. So I posted like 300 posts before noon and then couldn't post anymore. which was very sad because I had been planning to edit some posts. I edited like 2, but I was planning when I got home and like had actual editing software that wasn't just CapCut on my phone. I was going to edit some stupid stuff and it was going to make people laugh, but then I didn't even bother because I ran out. I ran out of posts. Which was the goal. I was aiming to like hit the post limit, but I wanted to do the old other post. Like I was planning on taking the clip of where Philza died in his 5-year world and like just taking his reaction like and putting it in the corner, and then in the background putting the scene from Danny Phantom where he dies in the portal, or like dies, you know, becomes a ghost in the portal. I'd just be like, that's how I died, as you see like Danny in the background. I just thought that would be very silly. I was going to make some kind of silly video along the lines of from the Butcher Army thing where it's like Technoblade's like, I choose blood when he's fighting, you know, Quackbee and them, but instead cut out the I choose blood portion, like I choose, and then have like Jack Fenton where he says Dano, and then just have like particle effects with like the silly little Danny Phantom meme face. But no, I guess that'll have to wait till next year. I'll edit it for next year. Because I'm gonna totally just continue to merge my 2 biggest interests together because it's what I deserve. I deserve nice things. Everyone deserves nice things, so it's always good to like merge your interests together. Bop. Got a fish. Just like I'm writing a whole other fic. That's a Danny Phantom AU. I love that. Got it that one's one that's like completely outlined. Like that one I know what I'm doing start to finish. It's just, I was looking at it and I'm like, it could be 3 chapters if each chapter was like 45,000 words long. Like it could be 3 chapters if I really wanted it to be. I'm glad you're excited for it. I feel like that's not gonna be one of the ones that are super popular just because it's not as generic as, you know, like, oh, a vampire, oh, a royalty, different things like that. It's not as generic, or not really generic, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as much of a archetype as it is a whole other thing. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But I'm glad at least one other person will enjoy it because I have plans. It's just gonna take so many words. Genre, that might be what it is. Yeah. It's like, it's more just set within this universe that already has its own rules versus picking out one trope from a genre, like with picking out just vampire. Oh, it's sort of like the difference between doing like a Dracula AU and a vampire AU. You know what I mean? Like, the book Dracula has very specific things that happens in it, whereas vampire, that could be anything. You're just taking the myths and running with it. Got a saddle. Boop. But I'm super excited. Super excited. Though that one's on the back burner. I'm not gonna let myself start too many things at one time. You know what I mean? Because otherwise I'm going to have like 17 fics with all like one chapter done on them. And then it's going to take me forever to finish any of them. So it's like, I'm already a little bit like, I shouldn't have started Out for Blood yet, but I really wanted to. I so want to learn how to draw. Like, I can somewhat doodle things that don't look horrible. I need to practice more. And I know that's the thing for both drawing and writing to get better at, is just to do it and to practice it. But also, like, I want the thing in my brain on the paper. I want the thing in the brain on my paper. And I don't want to have to work for it. I just know that's what I gotta do, is work for it. Out for Blood. Yeah, that one. Ooh, then bruh, the next chapter. I know what happens. Ooh, that one's gonna be stressful. I love it. I love that I know what's gonna happen sometimes, but then that also means I can't talk about it. Ooh, that chapter 2 is a stress one. Really good stress though. Lives up to the name of the fic itself. Oop. Here. Boop, boop. I think right now it's pretty obvious what's winning in this, but that's fine. The first few ones were designed to be sort of easy so people can get more points. So I actually, this next week, I'm going to be like out of town. My work has us do these like twice a year trips to different areas. For safety, I'm obviously not going to say where I'm going. But as cool as it is to do that, I hate driving. And I'm the manager now. So that means I have to be the one that drives. And as much fun as we're gonna have, I freaking hate driving, especially since I gotta drive a very, very long way. But we're gonna see so much cool stuff, so I'm trying to focus on that. And then also one of my best friends ever is coming, so that makes it even better. I just realized, like, Titania and the teacher and the principal need to be exploded. Melodramatic, not bad. No, you're totally right. Have we even, like, we haven't even gotten to the in-depth of Techno's parents. A little chuckle about that. Oh man. Oh, I got another Nautilus. But man, I'm excited for that. I'm also excited tomorrow. I get to go to a bookshop. Oh, I'm so excited. It's like a used bookshop. It has like everything in it. And I'm going with friends who are so super cool. And I adore them. And we're going to have fun geeking out about all the nerdy books. It's going to be great. They have like old CDs as well and graphic novels. It's going to be so good. Yes. Yes, the way they see him as a tool to continue their legacy, overseeing him as a child. Yes, that is very accurate. That is very accurate indeed for them. Oh man. Oh, I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that. Oh man, now I want to write for that. Frick, how am I supposed to write for everything at once? How could this be? I can't rotate this many things in my head. Bye. But I'm super excited for the bookstore. Here's the thing, we're doing other stuff, and it's gonna be cool and fun, and I'm excited to hang out with our friends, but my brain is just like so focused on that bookstore. I love that bookstore. I've been there so many times. It's just not super close to my house. I wonder if you can hear how stuffy my nose is getting. Like, I literally can't breathe through my nose right now. It is like completely closed. I'm mentally microwave all your fix for you. Go for it, please. They could use a little bit of microwaving. They can use a little bit of radiation. Try not to sniff into the mic. That's gross. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna be a mic sniffer. Okay, looks like it's bedtime. Yeah. I know, but it's like I can lean away from the microphone. I don't have to get into it, like get a big sniff in. Even though that's what it feels like. It's a gross sound. There's nothing about that that's pleasant. And it keeps like ugh. How must noses do this? Also, another thing, I got a new keyboard. And it's so good. It's such a good keyboard, but I keep accidentally hitting the wrong buttons because I'm not used to it, the size of it. It's ever so slightly bigger than my other keyboard. So I keep like accidentally hitting my tilde instead of my escape button. And it's a good thing I don't have that bound to anything. That was another reason that I was like, fishing stream. Still not used to keyboard. Fishing stream. I'm waiting. Here's the thing. Whenever I have a new bit of like brain rot in my head about something, like a new idea, I always send it to Anarchy and Piglins, to Shay's inbox. I always do it. And I know I sent something to Shay's inbox, but I don't remember what it was. And like, I know it'll come out eventually. It'll pop out. But I don't remember what the last one it was that I sent. I just remembered, oh, that was good. That was good. What was it? I'm trying to think what it was. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. It was at Aragon AU. It hasn't been posted yet, is the thing. It was like an Aragon AU. Really liked that one. It was specifically just Phil and Techno. Still very good. The possibility for others in it, I don't know. It was just, I was like, oh, you know what you could do? This fits really well. What if you could do that? Put this in here, put this in here. Boop, boop. Don't got much left on this fishing rod. And I don't think I've gotten a single enchantment for fishing rods. Sorry guys, I literally had my hand off my mouse trying to adjust my headphones, and then that happened. I didn't get new headphones. So last year I was really suffering with like my ear issues, and now it's all good and clear and we're good. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'm like, okay, now that that's fixed, I can use the nice headphones instead of the cheap headphones I bought because they were a bit more open and didn't cover my bad ear. So I've been now wearing my comfortable good headphones, and this is great. The sound quality is so much better. At least for me. I don't know about you guys. It shouldn't affect you guys at all. This little dolphin had followed me from like literally halfway across the map, and I'm in love with it. If I get a name tag, first thing I'm gonna do is name tag that dolphin. Because when I say, I literally met that dolphin like 2,000 blocks ago, and it followed me all the way up here. Nice headphones back. Everything is looking up. March sucked. April's gonna be better. I'm calling it now. It better be. I'm gonna make it better. Oh no, no sneezing. No sneezing. Watch out to make sure your stuff isn't too high quality or your friends might start laughing about how loudly you drink water. I'm already made fun of for that. In real life, I'm made fun of for that. I will drink water in real life and my sister will look at me and she'll be just like, glug, 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 glug. And I'm like, I'm just drinking. Everyone says I drink loudly. I think they just need to mind their ears. Mind their own business. Oh, it broke. It finally broke. I think it's obvious what won. Over here we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items. And over here we have 35 raw cod alone. It's pretty obvious what won. So let me just boop boop, alt tab. Get to our predictions. It was definitely fish. Boom! Fish wins. Haha. All of it goes to Hollow Banana. Okay. Let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do is move this stuff over here. Because I think the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna bet on how many enchantments I get. Like, it's specifically going to be on how many enchantments. Actually, one second. I'm going to go blow my nose. Hopefully you cannot hear it from all the way over here. Because I'm going to go to the next room. This is getting... My nose is dripping. Ha 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 ha. My grandma got upset at me for it once, but in her defense, the sound of powerful clumping was bouncing off the walls of her small kitchen. Ha ha! Okay, I'm back. So we're gonna take this. And the next prediction is gonna be how many enchantments will I fish out? And I think we fished out 2 books last time, so we're gonna say 2 or less. Actually, we'll do this. 2 or less. Actually, trying to decide how I want to do the 2 or less. More than 2. And we'll do... And I'll leave this up for 2 minutes. Okay. Let's think of a story time to tell. Oh, wait. Need to pop back over to this. Boop! Who wants to hear about... Let's see. What's a story time? Oh, how about the way I broke my ankle? You're coloring an adult coloring book? This is better. Actually, do you want to hear about the time I won a coloring contest? Because I won a coloring contest one time. Heck yeah, motor skill training. That's a really good way to do that. Actually, that's a really fun way to do that. Nice. Okay, we'll start with a coloring book contest. So, whenever I was a kid, it used to be like some of the fast food places would have like children's nights where you can go and do things that were like geared towards kids. And they were usually like little like crafts or like coloring pages or things like that, little games. And it was really cool. It was just like, it was free. You could go there, you just basically eat fast food, and then you would sit in there, and yeah, it was nice. Well, usually we did that at Fazoli's, but one time we decided, you know what, we're going to do it at Chick-fil-A. This is when I was young, and I didn't realize Chick-fil-A was, trash, but it's fine. So we went to Chick-fil-A, and they had like this piglet from Winnie the Pooh where you would color it in, and you would submit it to the contest, and then you could possibly win something. I didn't know or nothing. Well, I felt so proud of myself because my dad taught me how to color really well. He taught me this method that everyone uses. I've seen like kids do this now. It's not even like a super secret thing, but it was like world changing for me. Where you take like a marker of the same color, or like you use the crayon like and really press really hard right around the inside of the lines. so it had like this additional line. And you do that all around it, and then you like do like a normal crayon coat of the rest of it. And I was so proud of this. Like, I showed that coloring technique at school. I was like super proud of it. It was like, my dad showed me how to do this, and my dad used to teach art at whenever he was in high school. So it's just like, I'm a little artist. I was a little bit of a snob. It's fine. I was like 6. All 6-year-olds are snobs. They should be. And so I worked so hard on this picture of Piglet from Winnie the Pooh using my fun little technique, and then I turned it in and I completely forgot about it. I did not remember this coloring contest happened. My brain literally just conked out. Did not remember that I had submitted something to this coloring contest. And then lo and behold, I think my mom got a phone call about this. It's like, your kid has won the coloring contest. And I'm like, what? I won? I had forgotten that existed, but now this is the most important thing that has ever happened to me. I had never won a trophy in my life. I was never in sports. I won this child's coloring contest that I probably was too old to enter. Fantastic. So we had to go to Chick-fil-A to pick up my prize because, oh my goodness, I get a prize. Do I get a trophy? I worked so hard on this coloring contest that I completely forgot about 3 seconds after I entered. And we go up to the Chick-fil-A, and what's my prize? It is this little cow plushie with like an Eat More Chicken sign on it, like it was wearing. Like, you know, you've seen them. It's Chick-fil-A. They're everywhere. And I loved this thing so much. Like, I did not play with this thing once. This thing sat up on my shelf like a little trophy. I put it up there and stared at it. Was like so proud of this Chick-fil-A cow that they probably gave out like a dime or dozen, but it was my little trophy. I was so proud of that. And I have no idea what happened to it. I'm pretty sure it's in my house somewhere. I'm like 85% sure it's somewhere around here. But I was like so proud of that cow. I like literally would like stand and look up at the shelf and just like, I won that. I did that. I'm the world's best colorer. And I think we even have a picture of the picture I colored somewhere. And it's not that great. It's fine. I was inside the lines, which was better than second place. Because I remember second place. That's probably what made me think that I was too old for the competition. Second place was not great. But who knows? It could have been that I was just the only person of my age entering into it. Yeah, that's how I won a cow from Chick-fil-A for coloring Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. But I loved that. The other story, I was going to say how I broke my ankle. And that was, I did that in kindergarten. And I did that tripping over nothing. Literally nothing. So in my kindergarten class, we had these blocks that weren't really blocks. They were made out of like, they were basically like cardboard boxes that looked like they were painted different colored brick. And like it's the nice thing for like kindergartners to have because it's like weighty. You can build like really big and elaborate things like Minecraft without it being heavy. And so we had these blocks, and I don't know who did it. Someone threw one of these blocks like halfway across the room, and it landed behind the teacher's desk. And I wasn't playing with the blocks that I remember, but I was like, oh, I'll go get it. So I get this box, like this little block box thing. I toss it back over the teacher's desk, and I'm like rushing to get back around, and like I just take a step and fall. I don't know what happened. I had to have actually turned my ankle or something, but I fall and it just hurts. Like, there's not that moment where I'm like, oh, I heard it crack or anything. It just started hurting. And you know, me being like kindergarten 5-6-year-old, what do? I start crying, obviously. So the teacher comes over, she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I think I broke my ankle, it hurts. Which most teachers, you know, would take really seriously because, oh my gosh, your child is injured. But I was also very much the child that every little thing was a big deal. Like, everything was a big deal. So I was constantly saying things that were broken were not broken, you know what I mean? So the teacher was just like, let me look at it. And she did for her, like, sat me down, she looked at my ankle, and she was like, oh, I think you're fine, I think you're good, just walk it off. And, like, little me was just like, I trusted authority figures, okay? I trusted them. They said I'm good, it means I'm probably good. Even though every step is, absolute agony, but, it's probably good. And I don't remember the rest of the day, but I've been told this often enough that it's like basically I was walking on this the whole day until like the very end of the day. And they were like walking to the buses, and another teacher sees me limping and like crying. And the teacher comes up and they're like, Hannah, you good? Because they knew me. I think they had my sister or something, but they knew me. And I was like, my ankle hurts. And they looked at it, and it had swollen. It had swollen up to like the size of a goose egg. It was massive, like my ankle was. And this teacher's like, oh gosh. And they put me on a rolly chair because they didn't have like a... Oh, there's another Nautilus shell. They didn't have a like wheelchair as far as I know. So they put me on a rolly chair and like rolled me through the hallway trying to get to the doctor's office. On the other side of the school, my sister, who's 2 years older than me, is on the bus that would take us back to like this daycare for the day. She's 2 years older than me. She's on this bus, and she notices that I'm not on this bus. I'm supposed to be on this bus, but I'm not on the bus. And the daycare we went to were filled with like, complete jerks that should never be around children. For multiple reasons. This is not the first offense. And they were just gonna leave me. Like, they were just like, oh, I guess she's not here. 5-6-year-old, leave me at the school. Like, no, not even gonna look into it. And my sister's like, no, my sister's supposed to be here. And she is not here. And had my mom picked her up, she would have also picked me up too. So, yeah, no, I'm getting off the bus. I'm not going with you guys if my sister's not here. And these people got so irritated with my sister for like doing this. But eventually they went in to check to see if I was still there, and they, lo and behold, they find that I am still there. And I don't know exactly what happens. I don't think Brandy rode home with me. Brandy will have to tell you, I can't remember. But they got this argument, and they never admitted they were wrong and that my sister was like in the right, that they probably should have like checked. But I didn't ride home on that bus. I know this because I rode home with my aunt. I just can't remember if my sister was there. And that was the first time I heard someone refer to something the size of a goose egg, which is why I referred to my ankle as the size of a goose egg. This, like, a primal memory that someone referred to it as goose egg sized. It was massive. And I ended up going to the hospital to check to see if it was broken. And not only was it broken, it was broken in 3 places. Like, I seriously doubt that first trip that I did, broke it in 3 places, because I basically just rolled my ankle really bad. It had to have been me walking on it all day that broke it so seriously. Like, exactly. I'm sure walking on it helps so much. Exactly. But, actually, let me put a torch down. I'm not sure if I have enough light here. But when I ended up getting like a cast and stuff, obviously, if my leg was broken. But when I came into school the next day and the teacher saw me walking in a cast, she was like so apologetic. She's like, I'm so sorry. And like, my mom is still mad about this. She is mad that teacher had me walking on it all day. For good reason. She's my mom. Me, like, even now, I do not blame her at all. Not even a little bit. Because, like, I know how I was. I know how I still am. The smallest little thing, I think, is an emergency. And you better believe, after I got out of that cast, every single time I so much as tripped, I thought my ankle was broken. Every single time, I thought my ankle was broken. Took that one experience and suddenly, like, every single time I'm injured, it's broken. And that, you better believe that teacher believed like always checked after that. Ads. 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 We're just gonna go boop, boop. Boop, since we're on ads. Getting a lot of text on my phone. Minute 20 seconds. We're just gonna spin. Dance around a bit. Might give us some good luck. Just gonna dance a bit more. Oh, it's making me sick. I won't do too much of that. Oh, I should probably eat. Nice. Oops. Trampled my own crop. How dare I? Oops. Interrupt this stream, this fishing stream, to instead plant a piece of wheat. Welcome back. My nose is super stuffy, like so bad that my eyes water. But yeah, so that's how I broke my ankle. The teacher definitely took me more serious, but I never injured my ankle like that again in elementary school, anyways. I definitely injured myself other times. Do I take antihistamines? I have taken antihistamines. They are in my system. They're just not doing too great at their job. Not currently yet. I also have like nasal sprays and different rubs. I have like different methods. What time is it? I don't know. I've just been struggling with this the last couple of days. I almost didn't stream today because of it. Between that and the fact that my mic broke, I almost didn't stream today. But then I was like, no, I didn't stream last week. I want to stream this week. Not that I had to. I know I don't have to. There's nothing that tells me I have to, but I really wanted to, so. Did I get all the gold from that? I can't remember. I was so afraid of drowned. It's fine. In a couple of days, the trees will decide to give up their ways of lust, and I will be back to normal. Who knows? Maybe me going out of town will even be helpful. Because I'll be around new plants that maybe I'm not allergic to. So that is for your own joy, not for sense of obligation. Oh, it's definitely because I want to do it. Like, there's no obligation to it. I just enjoy it. I think that's probably something that a lot of the bigger streamers, that makes it a bit stressful, because you start doing this because it's fun. It's entertaining. And then if it becomes your job, how much enjoyment can you get out of it if it's really your job? Like, you're still having some fun. It's not like you're doing a work that you hate. It's not like you're having to deal with like customers at a Costco. But still, it's different whenever it's your job. Lucky for me, this is no way close to being my job. Boop. Though I also am trying to get a new job. There's nothing wrong with my job. I actually have a really good job that works really well for me. It just does not pay the best. It doesn't pay the worst either. It's just, I would like to make more money. So I actually started and signed up to do an online course for computer science to try to get a computer science degree so I can become a computer scientist and make money. Woo! So much money. At least more money than that. I'm sure I'm not going to ever like make big bucks, but like, you know, enough to buy a house. That would be nice, you know, one day owning a house. Moving to an area that can get me EPB internet, which is so fast. It's so fast. I wish I had EPB. I wish I had EPB. And I can talk about EPB. I can talk about how much I love EPB. So I live in Chattanooga. I'm fine with saying that I live in Chattanooga. EPB is the electrical. What is it? I cannot remember what it is. It is an internet provider. I almost went to accounting, so that was like my second choice. So good for you on that. Accounting's great. But EPB is an internet provider that is only in the Chattanooga area. It's like a local one. It's not like Xfinity or AT&T. It's local. And EPB was the very first internet provider that ever provided 1 gig of data to internet services, and it's always been really good since then. So EPB, like, everything about EPB is great. They have great service. They do fiber. They're not jerks to work with, so EPB is great. Then you have the Marvel movies. In Iron Man 2, Iron Man, like Tony Stark, he crashes outside of the city of Chattanooga in the story and runs into that little boy, and he starts complaining about how slow the internet is. Because he's like, wow, we're out in the middle of nowhere. The internet here sucks. And when I tell you the city of Chattanooga got pissed about that, the city of Chattanooga got pissed about that. They nearly sued Marvel over it because the slander of it. When Chattanooga has like some of the fastest internet speeds in the country, at one point it had the fastest in the world. It has fallen behind on that because the South Koreans outdo the US on that. But the city of Chattanooga, not just like the officials, but like the people that lived here and like super fans of EPB, were absolutely livid about the insinuation that Chattanooga had slow internet, because that's we have EPB. We have in EPB we trust. Like, come on now. In EPB we trust. And I can't get EPB where I live because it's out of the range of where I live, which sucks so much because I want it. We can't always get what we want. But yeah, if you ever watch Iron Man 2 and you can see that comment, because I don't think they ever removed it from like the cut or anything. I don't remember what happened that appeased the city of Chattanooga from not suing Marvel. Could have just been they became afraid of Disney bugs. I don't know. But if you ever watch Iron Man 2 and you see that and he mentions the internet connection in Chattanooga, you can know that made a whole city angry. Because we are passionate about our internet. We love EPB. I think it's in the Three Musketeers group chat. Isn't it Bones that really likes Iron Man? Like in Civil War, Iron Man on Iron Man's side. Literally, one of the reasons that I was Team Captain America was partially because Iron Man said that about Chattanooga. I'm like, I'm eggy. A little bit bitter about this guy. A little bit bitter. Sorry. Can't recognize good internet speed. What kind of tech giant are you if you can't recognize the genius behind EPB? But yeah. I joke, like, I would jokingly call EPB a cult because we actually have a cult in Chattanooga, so I don't know if that's the best example. I mean, there's probably multiple cults in Chattanooga. It's a city. There's probably some weirdos in a basement somewhere worshipping the idea of spaghetti with butter sauce. Like, I'm sure there could be. But we do have, like, one that's, like, actually documented in, like, different documentaries in Chattanooga. It's called the Yellow Deli. Like, and it's like your standard, at least it's not like a death cult. It's just basically you get sucked in, they take all of your money, and you can't leave. Which, you know, is bad, but at least they're not killing each other. One time the cult next to the pizza place offered me a hot dog. You gotta be careful when they start offering you food. Because cults, man, they try to be nice to you up front to keep you. They do that love bombing thing really well. I can't believe I got 2 enchantment books on the first fishing rod, and now I just want the god rod, my guys. Give me some enchantments for a fishing rod. Are those 2 fish over there kissing? Oh, lesbian fish. They're kissing. Little lesbian fish. Oh no! Oh man. Talk about the quickest bury your gaze trope ever. What the heck? Well then. I don't remember if I got to vote on how many chance to pull. It's not showing that you had. I mean, we could totally. It's all good. Right now, the answer is obviously 0. Unless we get one, like, on this pull. Let's go. This is the lucky pull. It's gonna be an enchantment. Watch. I'm calling it. Enchantment book ready, and boop. You didn't know this one. This one is gonna be an enchantment. I can feel it. Feel it in my bones. Boop. Well, it's a very good fish. It's a very lovely fish. Boop. Boop, boop. Put this here. Ooh, dolphin. Dolphin. Okay, really quickly, we're gonna go check out that. Stock up. Yes! A year from now. Yeah, I need to write more. I had so many plans for the God fight this year, and then I just ran out. I ran out of time. March was just not a great month for a lot of people, though, I think. A lot of people had difficulty in March. Though I could be biased. Hope they do another God fight. I technically got something submitted in IPs. Yep. I got some things submitted. I got 2 things submitted. I'm happy with that. Really wanted to do more, but you know, at least I was involved. That's what really is important. It's the most important thing, is actually getting to... Oops. My bad. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. I literally posted Out for Blood just because I saw it was superhero themed, and I'm like, oh well, I had a little bit of it written, so I'm like, I could just keep writing. Speaking of writing, I've been playing D&D with some friends in real life. My friend Whitney and her husband Randy and our friend Ash. They're so cool. All of them are so cool. And we've been playing, and I get to play as a Aasimar with pink hair. That's all I care about. And it's so funny because I've played D&D before. It's been a while, but I've played D&D before. I don't think Whitney has before, and I know Ash has not. And then Randy is the one that is the DM, and he's doing such a good job with it. Oh my gosh. But it's so funny because with my character I've written like 8 to 9 pages of backstory on it, and then Whitney's character has like a bit of backstory, and then Ash has she said, what did she say? She had like half a sentence. And I'm like, that's fine. All of these are so... Randy on the macarons, the exact same Randy. I actually made the macarons for the D&D. Yes. Exact same Randy. Like it was for a D&D day. But Ash was like, oh, I only wrote this much. And I'm like, that's perfectly valid. We could write the story as you go. You can go along with it. I just have no chill and wanted to do something a little complicated, and I wanted to let Randy know beforehand so he could put it in if he wanted to. And I'm so excited to see, because like, what was it Whitney said? We're technically accidentally playing Good Omens. We're accidentally playing Good Omens. Because I'm the Aasimar, which is basically an angel, and then Ash's character is a tiefling, and then Whitney's character is a changeling, and she's like, oh yeah, you and Ash are Aziraphale and Crowley, and I'm like, and you're like the dog that changed shape. She's like, I'm the dog that changed shape. It's like, yeah. Worked out well. I think the dog's name is just Dog, isn't it? Got a bowl. Boop, boop, boop. But so yeah, we're like sort of playing Good Omens, and it's super funny because I speak Celestial, obviously, because Aasimar, and she speaks Infernal, and then Whitney's character speaks Deep Speech. Like the Mind Flayer. It's the Mind Flayer, right? You know, like Cthulhu and whatnot speech. And it's like, this is... None of us know any, like, useful languages. We know common and then, like, the rarest languages ever. I think Whitney's character also took Draconic, though. Which is good because we're doing the, I'm pretty sure it's the Tiamat thing. Hold on, I hope Whitney's... Hold on, real quickly. Let me just, like, make sure Whitney's not watching. Which is... Because she doesn't... If it is, I don't want to spoil anything. Doesn't say she's in the chat room. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, I think we're doing the you know, where they're trying to resurrect Tiamat. And I'm not gonna metagame. I know a little bit about that, but I'm not gonna metagame. I'm just doing little laughs. Well, I don't remember the entire module because I've never actually gotten to play it before. I've just seen other people play it, and I think I played a portion of it in a D&D game I joined that sort of fell apart. I just really want that one sword. What's it called? The black sword that you get that you can attune to. I want that. Oh, I forgot that I was fishing. Oh, that was the last of it. That was the last of it. The bow broke. Not the bow. The fishing rod broke. It broke. Okay, we're gonna go over here. And I don't think... I can't believe we didn't get any. Choose outcome. 2 or less. Boop. Prediction is done. 2 or less. 2 or less. Okay. Nobody thought this would happen. This was a complete surprise. Okay, so for the next section, will Len get an enchantment? We're just gonna see if we can get an enchantment at all. Yes. No. Or I'll put this up for like 2 minutes. Boop. Will it get an enchantment? Aha. And we're gonna grab our fishing rod. Maybe we'll change up where we're fishing from. Let's go fish somewhere different. Actually, no, I got all my stuff in here. Whoops. I did it again! I did it again to the same spot. I'm sorry, Spot. Boop. Okay, we're just gonna go boop. Will Lynn get an enchantment? Haha, 1 fish. 10, woo! So my friend Shiloh, who I adore very much and I have known longer than I have been born, because she used to live beside me. She's a little older than me, but she used to live beside me, so I've literally known her since I was born. She works with animals. She's worked at like vets, she's worked at like humane societies and all that. She really likes animals. So of course she has pets. She loves having pets, usually dogs, but she's had cats as well. And the last dog she had, she has a dog now, Vixen. And before that, she had a dog that's name was Bear. And Bear was like she was like the cutest dog. She was a Chihuahua mix of some kind, I think. But she had like the softest fur and like the softest ears. And no matter how old she got, she always looked like a puppy. She was a forever puppy. She always looked like a puppy. And she was a sweetheart. She was like so cute and nice, and she hated me. She hated my guts. Every time she would look at me, she would just be like glaring at me. She could not stand me. If I wanted to pet her, she would just like freeze up and just like stare at me like it's the worst thing in the world. Like, I have never had an animal hate me as much as Bear did. And she wasn't mean. She wasn't a mean dog in general. Like, she didn't bark at me. She didn't snap at me. She didn't, like, she just ran away from me. Yes, I am still sick, unfortunately, JoJo. I'm still sick. Hopefully it gets better before I have to drive on Monday. But, yeah, this cute little dog that I just wanted to rub my face in could not stand me. She would glare at me. She would, like, freeze up. She acted like I was the plague on Earth. Still don't know why. I never did anything to her as far as I'm aware. But it is the funniest thing. She just wanted nothing to do with me. Cute dog though. Her new dog's the opposite. Vixen just wants to sit and bite and love on me. But I think she's like that with everything. But yeah, I am still sick, unfortunately. No amount of mic settings is going to make my voice not sound all sniffly. I really need to just go after whatever it is that is making me sniffle. Just like start going at everything with like a flamethrower. Like, who cares about the environment? My nose is stuffy. Come on now. There we go. You know, there was that one person that said I should try to use GUI 3. Oh, hello, Sodium. Oh, that's what I'm using. Okay. I didn't know this was set to do that. Okay, well, cool. That's what I'm using. Evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome in. Isn't it a nice evening for me to be all sniffly? But, yes. She had a dog that hated me, and then she had a dog that just loves everyone. I wish that there was like a cure for sniffly nose, just like something you could take or do and just immediately, everything is better. Like, antihistamines, they do a lot. They do a lot of hard lifting, but like, I feel like the pollen is trying to colonize my nose. It's trying to pollenize my nose. For the Empire, it's saying. Like, I just need it to stop. I need to not be pollenized, please. I did not agree to this. You know what I did agree to is going to the bookstore tomorrow. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. Bop. I'm trying to think of if I have anything, because, you know, it's a secondhand store. You can go in, you can trade in books. They'll give you, like, store credit or cash. I'm trying to think if I have anything that I want to take in to trade. I kind of considered being scummy for just like half a second and taking my old Blue Yeti microphone with me, which still technically works. Like, it still technically works. It's just, it sounds like crap quality because the driver on it's broken. It's like, oh, I could probably sell this, but I couldn't actually do that. I would feel too bad about that. Come to my bookstore. What bookstore is that? What bookstore are you hanging out at? I feel like it's gonna be a long drive because you live far away. Yeah. So, I also have I have to have some books that I'm never going to use. But here's the thing, I'm attached to them. They're mine. My books. But I think I might have some DVDs. Oh, you know what? I have some video games that I could trade in that I'm never gonna play again because my Xbox 360 is gone. I mean, it's still here. Its body is still here, but I'm pretty sure it won't turn on. It hasn't been turned on in like 6 years. It's the Xbox 360. I saw something that the next Xbox series is going to actually allow people to put the Steam store onto the Xbox. Lynn, come to my bookstore. I won't tell you where I am since they deduce it by context clues. I'm going to say the bookstore is the one that has books. Yes. So glad with the CPU, I can now watch you and play games at the same time. Heck yeah, dude. I'm glad that you got that too. None of us are suffering anymore with slow computers. It's a-okay. Yes, I've found exactly where you are. Hello, Banana. I'm like narrowing in on your location. I can tell there's so many books. But yeah, I'm super excited tomorrow. I get to hang out with friends, I get to eat tasty food, I get to look at nice books and games and try not to like buy random things that I don't need. It's gonna be so good. Oh. Haha. Whoopsie. I'm gonna get a little drink of water real quick. 1 second. I can tell you my favorite chocolate brand. You can send me pictures of your own city. Man, that just makes me think that's really good chocolate if you could narrow it down that much. Because that means that they're focused on quality, not quantity. Where I'm stuck in the United States and most everything is Hershey. They changed their recipe in the past year. I don't care about quality. Give me all the chocolate. Oh, you're in the US? Bruh. And you have your own local chocolate? But, oh, I'm so jealous. Maybe I'm going to Rembrandt's tomorrow. Maybe I can go and get chocolate and treats and sweets at Rembrandt's. That would be nice. You are also... Oh my gosh, there's so many Americans in the chat. I know I was joking about the pollen colonizing my nose, but it seems like we've all colonized my own chat. How dare you speak that name to me? I don't know if you meant Rembrandt's or... I've only been to Rembrandt's twice. Have I ever told you about the curse of Italian food that I have? I have Italian restaurants have cursed me. Or I've cursed Italian restaurants one. I feel like I haven't cursed them because I love them too much. Oh, well, I'll definitely send you pictures if you want it. I've only ever been there twice. Went there once for prom, and then went there another time for something with my work. Will do. Can do. Continue talking quotes. But yeah, I have been cursed by Italian restaurants. And any Italian restaurant. Tony's, yes, but any Italian restaurant. I haven't gone to many, like, true Italian restaurants. I've been to things like, you know, Olive Garden. But, like, actual Italian restaurants, I don't go to that often. Just because they do tend to be, like, you know, on the pricier size of things. Every time I've gone to an Italian restaurant, doesn't matter which Italian restaurant it is, it takes them, like, 2 hours to get their food for me. Like, to get the food to me after I've ordered. The times I've been to Tony... Oh! Got an enchantment! That means that the answer was, in fact, yes to the prediction. So we're gonna go ahead and press yes on it. We did get an enchantment. Woo! Like, yeah, like, I've never been to an Italian restaurant. It hasn't taken me an hour, 2 hours to get my food. And there's no reason for it. What should the next, let's see, prediction be? What would be a good prediction? Will Len finish this bow without saying she is without, will I finish the bow? It's not a bow. Finish the fishing rod without mentioning nose. Without mentioning nose. Let's see if I can do that. Yes. No. Can I get through it without mentioning my nose? Let's go. We think they used to use copper equipment in the chocolate, but they may have changed it to stainless steel. It used to have this distinct smell, and when I say distinct, I mean in a crowded anime convention surrounded by people wearing a mask. Oh wow. I turned around and saw one of my friends eating chocolate nuts. Is that Brian? She said yes. There are people between me and my friend. Ooh. Do you think it changed for the better or for the worst? Like, just out of curiosity. There we go. But yeah, for some reason, I'm cursed by Italian restaurants. And we are going on the work trip. We'll be going to an Italian restaurant. So we'll get to see if the curse continues, because the last work trip I went on to, it did. We went to an Italian restaurant in a different city, and it took us 2 hours to get our food. And I felt so bad because I had been planning to go around the city and try to find a gift for my dad, because I had gotten a gift for my sister and I'd gotten a gift for my mom, but I hadn't gotten one for my dad, because I was planning to shop at that city for it. We ran out of time because we got stuck at the Italian restaurant. I don't know if it's because they hate me or love me, honestly, because maybe they love me so much they just don't want me to be there. One second, I will be right back. I'm gonna... Oh wait, I have a BRB seed. Hold on. I forgot about that. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me just put my headsets back on. Yeah, woo! Is it freezing for everyone else? It has been so cold. It has been so cold. Caramel sweetness absence. I don't know how to describe it. Smell used to grab you as soon as you open the wrapper. Now you have to sniff the chocolate for a hint of it. Oh man, that really sucks. Like, I know I remember seeing something that they really wanted to change the Reese's recipe. And I don't care much about Reese's, but a lot of people were up in arms about that, and I don't know if they actually did it or not. Boop. But yeah, it has been so cold. I love it. I'm living for it. I'm so happy because our air conditioning unit was actually on the fritz. So I'm so grateful it was cold. Because it gets so hot around here, man. And I'm not a person that survives the heat. If it starts getting in the 60s, I'm already like pushing it, man. I really want it to be like in the 40s. That's my comfortable zone. But it hasn't been that. But at least it's not this, like, it's not killing me. I'm not dying. Haha, fish. Whew. What am I hearing? Oh, it must be my music. What song's even playing? I can barely hear it. That's what it is. I was hearing like the metronome on the song that's playing. And I was confused because I thought I was hearing something in my room. And I'm like, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? Might help if I actually, you know, got away from the Be Right Back stream. Whoopsie daisy. Looked up and I'm like playing the game, catching some fish, and then I'm like, oh, oops. Still stuck on the Be Right Back. More fish. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm super excited for the 1.2 21 update with like the wolf armor and the different wolves that you can now use. really excited for it. It's gonna be so good. Like, so good. We're gonna have so many pets. And I really like that they didn't just leave the armor. Techno would have loved this update. It would have been so good. And the hammer. The hammer, I'm not gonna lie, feels a bit busted. It feels a bit broken. But also knowing that you can't just make it, you have to like go through the different trials to get it, makes it make a little bit more sense. Like you can't just get some iron and craft it together. You have to like beat a dungeon to basically get it. So, but it's so cool that literally like it just negates fall damage if you hit something. And then like the windy boy guys. Oh, and also like the hammer with the elytra. If you're like dive bombing with an elytra and hit with it, you still get all the damage. That's nutty. I love it. Come on now. It's weird that I haven't gotten any, like, bow. No, I keep calling it a bow. Why do I keep calling it a bow? Fishing rod. I haven't really gotten any fishing rod enchantments. Which seems a bit odd to me. But I don't know. Oh, it could be that. It could that it's reminding me of bow staff. Ah! Got some string. Because I've gotten so far, I've gotten piercing and sharpness. I've gotten unbreaking, looting, sweeping edge, and power. And I've gotten smite and piercing. Okay, I don't know why my brain was just reminded me of this, but I'm gonna say this. When I was in college, I wasn't an astronomy like major or anything, but it was like required for us to take like a science credit. So like you could take biology, you could take chemistry, you could take whatever, but the most popular by far was astronomy, because like when else would you have gotten to take astronomy? You could take like chemistry in high school, you could take biology in high school. Those were all things that were like, you know, sort of known. What else would you have gotten to take astronomy? So obviously I wanted to take astronomy, and I did. I got into it, I want to say my sophomore year, something like that. And I took this class. That was weird. It's like my screen did a little shaky shake. Okay. Don't know what that was about. But so I took astronomy, enjoyed every second of it, but one of the things that we got to do is we got to use the big telescope, like this massive telescope. And the story behind this telescope, they told us, was that we actually outbid the USSR for this college did. So it was like it was an older telescope. Look at this cute little dolphins. It was an older telescope whenever they were bidding on it, and it came between our college purchasing it, like bidding for it, and literally the USSR bidding for this telescope. And I think the telescope itself was built in the 1930s. And when I say telescope, I don't want you to think like a small telescope. This thing took up a whole room. Like this thing was massive. This thing was probably 8 times taller than me. Probably more, honestly. I might be under it. It's massive telescope. And it was outbid by the USSR to go to our college. And that's one thing that they say they tell every single person that comes in there to use it. So we actually got to do it. You have to like climb up onto a scaffold to be able to get to where the site is, like where you look into it at. And we only got to use it a couple of times because mostly it was like the people who were like majoring in astronomy got to use it, but it was still super cool to like go up there. What was less cool about that astronomy class is all of the classes we would have like the oh, what is that? Power 4. Nice. Let me just go put that on my bow right now. But what wasn't so cool about that class is like we would have the lab portion of it, which would be like late at night, you know what I mean? But the like class portion of it every time was only at 8 a.m. You had to do an 8 a.m. class for it. Boop. Power bow. You had to do an 8 a.m. class for it. So if you chose, exactly why. So if you chose, because it was Wednesday and Thursday, no, Tuesday and Wednesday. So you could choose to do the class early in the morning on Tuesday or the class early in the morning on Wednesday, but the lab portion of it was on Tuesday night. So if you chose to do the class on Wednesday, that means you would be up until late doing the astronomy lab Tuesday night and have to get up early for an 8 a.m. class the next morning. And a lot of people didn't think that through. I did. I decided to go with a really long day where I would get up early on Tuesday and then go to the lab later on Tuesday. But a lot of people did not just choose to do that, so they would be staying up until, I think the class ended, it wasn't too bad, it ended at like 11, so it wasn't like we were up until 2 a.m., but still the class would end at 11, you would have to go back to the dorm, and then get up the next morning to get to your 8 a.m. class. I have no idea why they planned it that way. Now let's get into some drama. There was some drama in that astronomy department, man. Like a ton of drama. So I took French in college. Like French was the class I chose for my language, and I don't remember most of it. But my first semester French professor, I'm trying to come up with a name with her that's not her actual name, but the thing is I don't actually remember her actual name, so shouldn't be in it. We'll call her Madame Tressel. Was not her name. Cannot remember her name. I only had her for the first semester. Well, Madame Tressel was married to one of the professors in the astronomy department. He and she were married. And the year before I went to this college, it was found out that her husband was cheating on her with one of the students in the astronomy department. And they broke up and they were getting a divorce. And then that student got a job at the college in the astronomy department. So she was still at the college teaching French with her ex-husband and the woman that cheated with her husband, working together in the same department, like on the same campus, and they were still dating. Like, it was messy. And I learned astronomy from the lady who was in the middle of that. I didn't learn from the ex-husband. I learned from the person that he cheated on, or the person that he cheated with. It was a messy. So I learned French from the ex-wife, and I learned astronomy from the mistress. Oh my gosh. That was interesting. I mean, I also didn't know about the tea until later, is the thing. Like, I had the French professor my first semester, and then I had my astronomy professor the very next year. So I didn't know about the drama with the French and the astronomy professors. I was just like, wow, this is a really great astronomy teacher. And then after we got done with that class is when I found out that there was so much drama going on behind there. And poor Madame Tressel, she had such an awful year. That's why I learned like no French from her. Like she had that happen, and in the course of my semester, her apartment burned down and she lost everything. And then she got so sick following that because of from the smoke inhalation that she got so sick that she coughed so hard she broke a couple of ribs. Like she had a terrible year. I do not blame her for not teaching me basically a lick of French. Like Professor Terry had it covered. It's all good. Like she had the worst year. Like I feel so bad for her. Like out of everything that happened. But hey, she gave me brie cheese for the first time. Her class is the first time I ever ate brie cheese. I did not know that existed. And it won't exist for very much longer because brie cheese is going extinct. So yeah. I got to try brie for like 10 years of my life, so you know, that's pretty good. Wait, why? So one of the things about brie cheese is the rind on the top of it. They use a very specific bacteria to grow that. Like the rind, like it's a specific type of bacteria to grow it, and it gives it that trademarked like pure white coloring. Like other cheeses, they also use bacteria. I think it's bacteria. It might be a fungus, but it's either bacteria or fungus that they use to get that trademark white. And a lot of cheeses uses bacteria / fungus, whichever one it is. No, it's bacteria. It's definitely bacteria. A lot of them use bacteria for that. But they don't all look like that same color. That's what sets brie and one other type of cheese apart, is because they use that specific bacteria. Well, they're basically overusing that bacteria and forcing it to reproduce like asexually instead of sexually, which I didn't realize bacteria would reproduce sexually. I don't know how that works. I thought they only did asexually. Camembert. Yes, it is Camembert. It is also going extinct, but they're basically overusing that bacteria, and then if they don't change that in the next few years, both of those are going to be going extinct, or they'll be changing, so they will not be the same because that bacteria is just not going to exist anymore. They might still make cheeses and call them brie and camembert, but it'll be like with bananas. You know how bananas like all went extinct and now we have a different string of banana. But yeah, we will soon not have brie, and we will soon not have camembert. They will be gone. It's no longer will they just stink, they will be extinct. But it's I love a good pun. One of the hardest things to write characters in fan fiction is when they're not punny. They do not have a punny personality. Oh, what is that? Water bottle. Can't do much with that things. But they're not punny, and so that means I can't be punny. That was one of the great things about writing Danny Phantom fanfiction, was because I can make as many puns as I possibly wanted. Because that boy is worse than me. It's just in character, dude. I love the little bobber. I like how it's shaded. Like they could have just like stuck with like doing the white and red and white, but they actually shade it to give it, like from a distance, it could almost be circular. Bop. But it's not. Oh, is that another trader? I don't think it's the same one. Oh, he's on a mission. It's definitely not the same one. He's coming. He's heading over here. Boop. This is probably the last cast for this rod. I bet this is about to give out. Let's go. You swim about as fast as I do in real life, my dude. Oh, no, we're getting one more. So I can't actually swim. I think I might have mentioned that before. Oh, nice. You've been drawing for an hour and 45 minutes? Dude, your eyes and wrist must... Well, you must be exhausted. That's exhausting. Oh, and that's the end of that one. Okay. Which means... Oh my gosh, my nose is so sniffly. Ha 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 ha, I did it without mentioning my nose. Yes. I did it. I didn't mention my nose even once. Haha. There we go. So what? I think I have one more fishing rod on me and some strings. So let's think of what would be something we can, like, a fun bet we can make for this fishing rod. What if we do... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. Armor. Yeah, that's a good one. Can Lynn pull armor? You know what? Actually, not shell is more fun. Nautilus shell? Maybe? Yes, Nautilus shell. Submission period, we'll put it at 2 minutes. Let's see if we can get one in. Let's see, I'm gonna say... Can I vote in this? Oh no, it won't let me do that. I was gonna add so many points. Okay, you believe me? Ah. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Let me do it. Dang it. Let's go, Nautilus shell. Woo! Okay. Actually, let me clear out my inventory a little bit. Put this in this. Let's see what this guy wants. Orange dye, sapling, vines, moss. That'd be nice. I don't think I have any emeralds to do that, though. But I can always make more moss. With some bone meal. Let me go see if I have some emeralds, dude. Quick side adventure to see if I have any emeralds. I don't think I have any. But moss is always useful. Who can say no to moss? Down. No, I don't think I have any emeralds. Dang it. Sorry, dude. No emeralds. Time for Nautilus shell. It's gonna be this next one. Let's go. Ads, no! What a guy. What a guy. Come on now. Whoops. Oopsie. Yes, there we go. Ooh. You know, I wonder how expensive like actual emeralds are. Like that, like they're a gemstone. I know they're expensive, obviously. But like, you know, like diamonds, they like cost thousands, I think. And like bigger diamonds. I would really like emerald earrings. Like the color of emerald, like that green color is just like so pleasing. Like to the eye. Let's see. Looks like, okay. For a second there, I thought I was getting some dropped frames, which I probably were. Probably were. You're making me nervous. Can I have some space? I don't want you here. I say no to capitalism. I have no money. Oop. Boop. So, yeah, we gotta love Undertale remixes. Eventually, I will finish that game. Okay, so here's something that I actually have a bad habit about doing. I'll play video games that I really enjoy, and then just never finish them. And it's like, it's not only video games. I do the exact same thing with anime and TV shows and stuff like that, where I'll enjoy it, I love it, I'll be like into it and binging it and like hours sitting down doing it, and then I get to the final episode and I'll be like, nah, I'm good. I don't need an ending. And I've done it with so many different things. And Undertale is one of them. I played like quite a ways into Undertale and then just decided, nah, I'm good. I don't need to finish it. Did the same thing with like Final Fantasy VII. Did the same thing with Breath of the Wild. Did the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know why I do it. Like, it's not like the sense, I'm not sitting there thinking like, oh, I don't want it to end. Like, it's not like a sentimental thing. It's just I get to it and I'm just like, I'm good. I don't want to watch it anymore. I'm good. This is fine. I've seen all I need. Oops, don't need the carrots. And I don't know what causes that. I hate it because it reminds me, I don't know if you ever watched this show. It's something to do with ADHD. Yeah, no ending. There will be no ending. I'm not sure if I'm ADHD or not. There's something going on in my brain. I'm not sure if it's the brain bees or not. But it reminds me, there was a character from Jimmy Neutron. I don't know if you ever watched that show, but there was a character on Jimmy Neutron that was like supposedly like a genius inventor, but he never finished everything. And he was like a villain. He's like, and the way that Jimmy beat him multiple times is he'd have these great plans and then he just wouldn't finish them. So he was easy to foil because he would like halfway do his robots or he'd halfway do his inventions. And I feel like that guy. That show was a trip though. Um, Apparently that studio was like incredibly underfunded and had so many issues. Like they literally had the lights going on and off as they were producing. Like it would be 1 second they would be animating and the power would go off and they had to make sure, like, scramble to see if they had a backup. And it was so, like, if you go back and watch it, there's so many animation errors where, like, people are, like, clipping through things, and it's just because they didn't have the money or the attention to be able to go back and fix things. They, like, and and also that show was just a trip. It's like a wild ride. I didn't know what was happening half the time. Like, and then, like, I can't believe that the main thing that solved the first movie, like the thing that like saved the day in the first movie, was the random trivia fact that chickens can't burp. Like, it is impossible for a chicken to burp. And that's the thing that saved the day. I don't know if I love that or if that irritates me, but that gives me emotions. There's emotions there. Boop. Like, when people... TV shows are weird, man. Writing is weird. Why do all of our brains just, like, put things together and story things together, and they put it on paper and it's like, wow, that exists. Seriously. Wandering trader disappears. Oh, he took a potion. Oh, is this a storm? I think this is the first storm I've had. The sky got really dark. It is a storm. We're skipping it, but that's cool to know. Hey, I control the rain. Whoa, I saw something burning up there. What was it? I control the rain. That's so cool. Stop it. Exactly. There's just something so nice about sleeping in a thunderstorm, though. It's gotten a little bit stressful over the years as my area has become more prone to things like tornadoes. But whenever I just see like a thunderstorm warning and like no threat of like tornadoes, I know it's gonna be like the best night's sleep I've ever had. It's just so good to lay down because I have a room upstairs. I sleep upstairs, so I'm like right there in the middle of all the noise, and it's just like, if it's nice and cool and you got all that those like crashing, oh my gosh, is there better sleep in the world? You know you're gonna get some wild dreams. And I love wild dreams. Like, I have some crazy dreams. Sometimes they scare me, and other times they're just great plots. Like, I'm pretty sure Out for Blood was a dream. I know To Be Truly Free started out as a dream. Because I remember that dream. It was after I finished that. Can't remember. I have so many fun dreams. So when I get that good sleep, like that, that like deep, really nice, good sleep, I know I'm about to have the best time because my dreams have plots whenever I'm not stressed out, and those plots are just endlessly entertaining. I know, I think it's, what, Stephen King? Stephen King talks about how all of his books are, dreams he had. And his books are terrifying. If my dreams were like his, I probably would never sleep again. But no, I just get action and adventure. It's fantastic. I just realized the song that's playing in my ear, that's not the one it's showing on the screen. It says it's playing Glitched. This is Derivacat. Like, oh, I got a bow. There we go. Well, what's going on with that? Weird. Got a, I keep calling it a bow. That is a fishing rod. Not a bow. Got another fishing rod. Oh.
Huh?
It says, I like how the closed captions put it that I said Peppa. So it's going bop 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 bop. Oh, I'm not close enough for the mic. That's why. That's why. It's not picking up what I'm saying because the mic was too far away from me. Da, 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 da. If I could be a fish, like any kind of fish, what kind of fish would I be? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Are there any fishes that are known for being like excessively sleepy? I know flounders like lay on the bottom of the riverbed. That's why their eyes are on one side. That seems pretty lazy. They can sleep pretty well. What kind of fish would I be? That there, that there. I can't think. My brain is going salmon, but I think that's just because I'm hungry. I do love to eat salmon. I love sushi. I really want to get some like nice good sushi, like the good stuff. The sushi restaurants I've been to, or not been to, that I've ordered food from recently, they've just been kind of like meh. I want some of that good sushi. I want to bite into that eel and be like, yes. I only like it salmon if it's raw. I mean, salmon. I like salmon all the ways it's cooked, but it is one of my favorite sushi types. There's this one restaurant nearby that it is the weirdest restaurant I've ever been to. It's like if they tried to gentrify a hibachi restaurant. Like all of the names on the menu are like southernized, like they're made like Southern USA, and they like play like country music in it, but it's sushi. It's hibachi restaurants and stuff, but like the vibes are just weird, and the food was just meh. It was meh food. Like, it wasn't like worse. I'm not gonna sit there and be sick, but I'm definitely not gonna go back to it. Randy, there's a dog in my face. He's gonna eat the mic. He's gonna eat the mic. Bullshit. He'll eat everything. But it's the weirdest thing because it's like a gentrified, like it's not even gentrified. I don't know what it is. It's like they're trying to take the Japanese out of sushi, and I'm like, what is this? Ugh. I hope it's not a chain. Like, I hope it's just like my area doing one weird little thing, because if that's a chain,
we got a problem because it was not good.
How to look up if it's a chain or not. Try to get water. Watch me when I start sipping. That's when we're gonna get a fish. Dang it. I was drinking. I was drinking. Okay, we're about halfway through this rod, and we still haven't gotten another Nautilus shell. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. So, I watched a lot of anime growing up, and I still do. I actually watch less anime now. But something I always wanted to try was the whole fish skewered on a stick next to a fireplace. Like I said earlier, I've only ever been fishing once, and I didn't catch anything. My sister just caught something that was probably supposed to be in a fish tank. I don't know, it was so small. But I always wanted to try the stupid thing where, like, you take the fish and you stick the stick in its mouth and you put it next to a fire. And I don't know how that works, because now I know a little bit more about how fish cook, and I feel like if you did that, you'd be doing nothing but spitting out fish bones. Like, how in the world do they do that in anime? Is it just desperation? What is going on there? Like, seriously, that has to be, like, why is that in so many anime? Also, have you seen the Whack Donald's thing that McDonald's done? Like, where they're... Because, you know, in anime, they don't want to say McDonald's, so they just say Whack Donald's. And now McDonald's is doing, like, an actual advertisement campaign using that. I kind of hate it. I hate it a lot. Oh gosh, my eyes watering. Can't see. There's water in my eyes. I can't look at the water. There's water in my eyes. Oh yeah, they're doing like an actual like real McDonald's is running that. Like they're running ads with like McDonald's like anime style stuff. They're selling cups that say like McDonald's on them instead of like McDonald's, and it's like the upside down M, the W. I hate it. I hate it a lot. Boop! Strang. I only found out that they were doing that. Yeah, Louis Zhang does such a good job. Fish. Oop. Nope, put that in there. That in there. I thought that was a water creeper for a second. Yes, you're invisible, dude. Get out of the way, I'm going to bed. Over here. Ah! Nice. Let's see. So I've tried a couple of different times in my life to be like vegetarian, pescatarian, that sort of thing. And one of the times when I was like pescatarian, I could eat fish, I went to this restaurant called Party Fowl, which is like, I'll tell you from the name, it's mostly geared towards chicken.
But I went with like my sister and my friend Shiloh. We had gone there before, and when I went there, they didn't have the fish sandwich. Fire protection and smite. They didn't have the fish sandwich, so I got a salad. So this time I went and they had the fish sandwich, and I'm like, heck yeah, I can eat that and it not be a really gross salad, because the salad was not great. I wasn't super excited about going back, but they enjoyed the chicken, so, you know, compromise. So I got the fish sandwich, and at first it was really good. Took one bite, and I was like, oh, this is tasty. Then I took a second bite, and I tell you, I had like a mouthful of fish bones. I had a mouthful of fish bones. And I was like really carefully with my mouth, like with my napkin, like pushing my food forward into the napkin. Because there was all these really small fish bones that I was worried that I was going to accidentally swallow one. Or that one was going to like splinter my tongue. Like there was a ton of them in there. And I spit it out, and I'm like, that was weird. Maybe that was just a coincidence, and I tried to like keep eating it, but I think at that point I took the bun off so I could see it. But no, this thing had like so many fish bones in it. I don't know who like filleted that thing, but they did an absolute crap job. And I was like really unhappy with it. Like, I don't think I've gone back to that restaurant since then, even though now I do eat chicken, because it's like, bro, it was so many fish bones. I could have died. That was a sandwich. You're not supposed to have bones in a sandwich. Come on now. But also now I'm very nervous about getting fish sandwiches anywhere. It's that one experience. Remember, this is the girl that tripped over air and broke her ankle and no one believed. Because she said it so much, but like it was not great. It was a whole situation. Yeah, that is actually, I agree, it is actually endangered. It was bad. I've not been back there. I don't even know if that restaurant's still there. It was a little overpriced too. Overpriced choking hazard. Here we go. This is at the Nautilus Shell. No, hang on. So I got a new mic. I mentioned this earlier. My old mic broke. I'm trying to get it fixed or get it replaced, but I just didn't have time to order one. And all the places I went to had, they didn't have what I wanted. Everything was like, I had to order it online. So instead I got like a super cheap mic, so I would have one. That's the one I'm using. It's super cheap. And it's super small. It's like literally, I could eat this mic. I could eat this microphone. Oh? What was that? Oh, it was one of these. For a second I thought it was a Nautilus. But I could eat this microphone. This whole microphone could fit in my mouth. Hold on. I know at this point, people equate do anything to mention that situation isn't acceptable with being a Karen, but generally the manager should have been alerted to the fact that they risk the health and safety of their customer. I should have, I honestly, I know you're talking about the fish sandwich. I should have told them, name tag. Nice. I should have told them about the fish sandwich. I didn't. It wasn't so much like I was afraid of being a Karen. I didn't know enough at the time. I thought it was a danger. I thought I remember hearing about that was something that was wrong. But then I second guessed myself and I'm like, well, maybe it's not. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is actually okay. And it's not. As you said, it's not. But yes, the microphone is tiny. I could eat it. Put that here, that there, that there. I got so many saddles. Put this fish. Water bottle. But yeah. So now I'm not super fond of fish sandwiches, even though they're tasty. Just cause. Too many possible little bones. Too many little bones. I do kind of want to take a picture of this mic though and like put it somewhere. Oh. Oh, it's flame, but it's Curse of Vanishing. Well, you know what? Actually, Curse of Vanishing doesn't matter. Because if I die, like that's what Curse of Vanishing is, right? If I die, it disappears. If I die, I die. Like that's the end of the game. I might put that on there. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the Nautilus. Aha. Oh, another water bottle. Chipstones from the boulder. Suddenly my vulnerability shows. Oh, you can cry when there's this one restaurant that is in the area, and it's good. I've only been there once, but I enjoyed it. They have nice drinks. The food looked really good. But it has this staircase, and the restaurant, you could look it up. It's called the Pickle Barrel, and it's in a really odd shaped building. But like I said, they sell drinks, like alcoholic beverages, and they have this weird spiral staircase that goes up to the second floor that you can go on. And I bet someone has fallen off that staircase drunk. I would bet it, because I was only like slightly, and I nearly fell off of it going to the bathroom. But it's like, it has like this little rooftop thing on it too, so it's odd. But like, it's like a really narrow, and like if anyone's going up that staircase, when you're going down, you're just gonna have to back up, because there's only room for like one person. But like, still a great place. But the top, if you're going up that staircase, you gotta be careful. You gotta be aware. You gotta not be wearing heels, because that's probably a bad idea. Ooh. I'm gonna have so much. I can get so many cats. I know there were some cats that were wandering around at one point, but they've kind of like, you know, I haven't seen them in a while. I want to have a whole army of little kitty cats. And then whenever 1.21 comes out, have a whole army of little puppy dogs. Dogs, comma, puppy, and cats, comma, kitty. This music's a little too hype for this. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, there's like an alpaca farm that's not too far away. They like sell like different products that they make with the alpacas, and like jam, and then you can pet the alpacas. And Whitney went to it and she took pictures, and I'm dying of jealousy. Like, I'm literally like seething in jealousy. Oh, and there it goes. It broke. Rod broke. Let me sleep. Unfortunately, I don't think we ever got a Nautilus shell. We did not. We did not. I'm sorry. Sorry, we never got one. So I'm gonna choose the outcome. We did not get it. Boop. There we go. Ooh, we did get a lot of cool stuff though. Put the fish in there, put the fish in there. Got another water bottle. I do think, though, I'm going to probably end the stream here, though, just because it is 11:30 at night. I got to go to a nice little bookstore tomorrow, and I am EP. But I will be back next week. Next week, same time at 9 o'clock. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this. Up. Thank you guys so much for coming in, especially you, Hala Banana, for chatting with me. That always makes it so much fun. So yeah, I will be very tired next week. Well, you know, I will be coming back into town next week on Friday, so I'll probably nap a bit beforehand. So maybe I won't be that tired. I will be here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time next week. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you enjoyed, please feel free to come next week. We'll do something a bit more involved. I'm not sure what it'll be yet. I'll plan something out. Maybe we'll go and we'll get a bunch of terracotta from the Badlands and build something cool. We'll see. We'll see. But have a great night, everyone, and I hope to see you next week. Have a good week, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.